This is an editorial by Peter Dano, Vice President and General Manager of WLS-TV.
2 weeks ago, 7 on Your Side's Roberta Baskin reported on a potentially dangerous blood plasma program at Cook County Jail. The prisoners sell their blood to a company called Sarah, which has set up shop on the prison grounds. Under the safest, most antiseptic conditions, prison inmates don't make ideal plasma donors. They're more prone to drug addiction, and there's a higher risk of hepatitis, which is hard to detect and can be transmitted through blood plasma. When a prison population is as inadequately screened before they donate, and when the plasma donation program is as carelessly administered as the Sarah company seems to run theirs, the risks skyrocket. At Cook County Jail, prisoners with track marks on their arms from drug injections and others taking serious medication have been seen donating blood plasma in violation of the law. What can happen, and has happened, is that tainted plasma is passed on to unknowing patients who may develop hepatitis as a result. The risk is serious enough that Cook County's own hospital refuses to accept prison plasma. Serious enough that the director of Prison Health Services describes the situation as scandalous. Serious enough that Cook County Sheriff Richard Elrod called on officials of the Sarah company to answer allegations of medical abuse. They haven't, so Elrod has asked the Cook County Board to terminate Sarah's contract with the jail. In light of the health risks, the potential safety violations, and unanswered questions, we agree with Elrod. When the County Board meets on Monday, we hope this matter is at the top of their agenda. I'm Peter Dano.
We welcome replies to our editorials.
Who won the President's Physical Fitness Test? You can be a winner, too. Ask your teacher about it, or write fitness, Washington, D.C. 20201.
Sports headlines in a day of basketball upsets. The losers include top-ranked Virginia, number 6 West Virginia, number 7 Iowa, and number 9 Kentucky. Iowa's loss to Minnesota left the two tied for the Big Ten lead. Loyola won tonight, but Illinois and Northwestern lost. In boxing, ex-champ Hitman Hearns KO'd Marcos Geraldo in the first round. Hammond police are on the lookout for 21-year-old David Hollis. Hollis' wife and 2 other people were found dead Saturday afternoon in Hammond, stabbed with what police think was a large hunting knife. Police say Hollis was already wanted on a battery charge for allegedly beating his wife.
Wildcat Highlights begin Sunday, September 2nd. Live at the Republican Convention tonight on Eyewitness News.
At the Adler Planetarium.
Revisit the days of the wild prairie at the Chicago Academy of Sciences. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Each year, more and more Chicagoans are stricken with this fatal disease. There are, however, precautions you can take against the spread of AIDS. For information, call the AIDS hotline at 1-800-AID-AIDS. Help beat a crippler. Support the Arthritis Foundation.
Join the all-star fun on the all-new Hollywood Squares. Late nights beginning September 15th on 7.
Monday at 3 on Channel 7.
This is an editorial by Bill Campbell, Director of Community Services for WLS-TV.
This exhibit at the American Police Center and Museum gives you a good idea of what more and more people are talking about. It's an all-out declaration of war against drugs. We at Channel 7, along with our co-sponsors, the Chicago Sun-Times, launched a year-long drug abuse awareness campaign a little over a week ago. It's called Say No to Drugs. Well, the Say No campaign by itself, of course, represents only a beginning to a battle in which everyone can and must participate. That's why we're extremely encouraged and glad to join forces with Mayor Washington, who's proclaimed Tuesday, November 18th, D-Day in Chicago on the war against illegal drugs. The D-Day effort is part of a national campaign involving virtually every state in the country. Begun by the U.S. Conference of Mayors, the campaign responds to the national imperative to bring an end to the trafficking of illegal drugs. We encourage all of our viewers to pay special attention to the increasing amount of information being made available as the war on drug abuse escalates. Solving the problem in large measure rests with a knowledgeable and informed public. The message is simple: say no to drugs. I'm Bill Campbell.
We welcome replies to our editorials. This is an editorial by Bill Campbell, Director of Community Services for WLS-TV.
Unfortunately, it's rare to hear good news about the Chicago Transit Authority. A good deal of the problems plaguing the CTA can be attributed to its past management, political intrusions, and a lack of direction. That all may change now, and that is indeed good news. The CTA board has a new chairman. His name is Walter Clark. He's a highly respected, recently retired senior executive at one of Chicago's largest banks. Clark has signaled two things he plans to do that are important to note. One is to keep politics out of the CTA. Second, he plans to evaluate all levels of CTA managers to make sure they're suited to do the jobs they're paid to do. Getting politics out of the CTA is a tall order. Years of political intrusion in hiring and promotion will be difficult to correct. There's no question, though, that it's absolutely necessary. Evaluating the authority's management staff and then taking appropriate action to remove, demote, and promote as a result is long overdue. Walter Clark's challenges as the CTA's new chairman are formidable. We're confident, though, that he is equal to the task. The public has the right to expect nothing but the best from him. I'm Bill Campbell.
We welcome replies to our editorials. This is an Eyewitness News Brief. Here is Mike Jackson.
Good evening. Former hostage father Martin Jenko is heading back overseas tonight to try to help free other Americans held in Lebanon. Our Jay Levine is traveling with him, and we'll have a complete report. We'll also have a live report on the appearance of Vice President George Bush before a prominent Jewish group in Chicago tonight. And Roger Ebert reviews the epic romance Taipan. All those stories and more on Eyewitness News coming up tonight at 10.
Revisit the days of the wild prairie at the Chicago Academy of Sciences. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Each year, more and more Chicagoans are stricken with this fatal disease. There are, however, precautions you can take against the spread of AIDS. For information, call the AIDS hotline at 1-800-AID-AIDS. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Each year, more and more Chicagoans are stricken with this fatal disease. There are, however, precautions you can take against the spread of AIDS. For information, call the AIDS hotline at 1-800-AID-AIDS. Scandalous. Late night tonight on 7.
This fall on 7.
Mike Jackson and Diane Burns tonight at 10.
Silence outside the backup Bears-Eagles game. We'll have details at 10.
Chicago teachers vote on a new contract offer. The outcome at 10.
This is an Eyewitness News Brief. Now here's Sylvia Perez.
Good evening. Coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 10, police believe the execution-style murder of a Gary woman and her twin daughters may have been drug-related. We'll have an update. Thousands of people rally nationally and in Chicago to celebrate the changes in Czechoslovakia and demand more. And a special report on women who have struggled to the top and become successful entrepreneurs. Join Jim Rosenfield and me for those stories and much more coming up tonight at 10.
Win, lose, or draw. Weekdays at 3.
Every day, neighborhood health facilities dump their medical waste into ordinary trash bins, where children and other innocent victims could be exposed to diseased blood, needles, and biological time bombs. Can anything be done about it?
I'm John Drury. Join me as I investigate a problem that is infecting America.
Medical waste, legal but lethal. Tuesday night at 10 on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Women who become their own boss at 10.
Execution-style murders in Gary. An update at 10.
Women who become their own boss at 10.
A problem infecting America. Tuesday at 10.
A first-class ticket, Saturday at 6.
White supremacists prepare for war. Next, Inside Edition.
Tonight, do you ever wonder how the Chicago Stadium is magically transformed from rink to court? Find out on Did You Ever Wonder? Tonight at 10.
The Jeopardy Team Tournament today at 3:30 on 7. Joel Daly and Linda Yu today at 4.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sylvia Perez. First at 4 on Eyewitness News, controversy surrounds the 19th anniversary of Roe versus Wade. We'll show you how both sides of the abortion issue marked the event. Also, deadly violence strikes a West Side grocery store twice in 3 years. Find out how a family's American dream turned into a nightmare. And Oscar winners Kathy Bates and Jessica Tandy star together in a new film. Is fried green tomatoes a delicious movie treat? Roger Ebert has a review. Join us today on Eyewitness News, first at 4.
From Lake County, Illinois to Lake County, Indiana, everybody's watching Wheel of Fortune. Are you? Weeknights at 6:30, right here on Channel 7.
John Drury and Marianne Childers, tonight at 10.
On the next Oprah, remembering your father's a murderer.
Watch Dinosaurs tonight at 7, only on Channel 7.
Jeopardy, today at 3:30 on Channel 7.
Good evening, I'm Sylvia Perez.
And I'm Jim Rosenfield. Next on Eyewitness News, outrage over crime prompts a dramatic march through the streets of Chicago's most dangerous neighborhood.
Also, a new political coalition asked a well-known woman to challenge Senator Dixon.
Plus, the
Tonight on Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 10.
So it'll be a perfect setting for a nice turnout and a big victory on tomorrow evening.
Ask them to vote on my behalf, on behalf of the city of Chicago.
It's the final day of campaigning for Chicago's mayoral hopefuls. We'll have live reports from across the city and interviews with the candidates about their thoughts on Election Eve. Also, early morning snow is expected for the Chicago area, and it could cause problems for tomorrow's rush hour. Steve Deschley will have our weather forecast tonight at 10 on Eyewitness News.
Workouts with Jeopardy, weekdays at 3:30.
A South Suburban gun range comes under fire tonight at 10.
They grow up so fast. Remember when getting the baby to sleep at night was your biggest problem? Then the terrible twos. You can't take your eyes off of them. Pretty soon, they start school. Before you even know it, they're teenagers. Then, it's off to college. Parenting. It never ends. I'm Linda Yu. Sometimes you need a little help with your child's growing pains, so I talk to the experts for advice that can help you as your child grows up.
Families Matter, Tuesday at 10 on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Give the gift of time. Support the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
This is an Eyewitness News Brief brought to you by Ragu. Now, here's Sylvia Perez.
Good evening. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 10, residents of Chicago's Inglewood community, the city's most violent neighborhood, take to the streets in an effort to take back their neighborhood. And in sports, it was the upset of the day as the Chicago Bears pull out a last-minute win over New Orleans.
And this is tough stuff. I mean, this is NFL. This is bad stuff.
We'll have those stories and much more coming up at 10. Mr. Food shows us how to run a 2-minute drill and score a touchdown with a couple of Super Bowl quickies. Join Joel Daly and me today on Eyewitness News, first at 4.
Ex-teen porn star talks about her role in Tommyknockers at 10. Faith or fanaticism, the cult dilemma tonight at 10. They called her...
Good evening, I'm Marianne Childers.
And I'm John Drury. Next on Eyewitness News, new information in a decade-old mystery in Joliet, how a little girl disappeared without a trace. Also a live report as the president visits with powerful friends in Chicago.
And actress Tracy Lords has come a long way from her porn past. Eyewitness News at 10 is next.
Today at 3:30 on Channel 7.
The best way to breastfeed at 4.
I'm a real watcher.
Tonight at 6:30.
Right here on Channel 7.
A die-hard cop saves hostages. Watch Inside Edition.
Idea. The Bud Billiken Parade, live Saturday morning at 10.
More neglected children in Chicago. The answer tonight at 10.
Watch Inside Edition. Weekdays at 3, only on Channel 7.
3 hurt when a truck smashes a store, tonight at 10.
This is an Eyewitness News Brief, brought to you in part by the Illinois Bureau of Tourism. Now here's John Drury.
Good evening. Coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 10, a 6-year-old girl disappears 12 years ago in Joliet. Tonight, how this wooded lot may hold the answer to the mystery. We're live with the latest. Faith or fanaticism? Former members of a church with a large Chicago following talk to Channel 7's Paul Meinke. They explain what they're calling a cult-like experience. Then, she used to heat up the screen in pornographic movies. Tonight, we'll talk to Tracy Lords about her role in tonight's movie, The Tommyknockers. These stories plus tonight's winning lottery numbers when you join Marianne Childers and me tonight at 10.
Why don't you hit the road this weekend? Go someplace you will enjoy. There's so much that you shouldn't miss. Right here in Illinois.
The things you've never seen before in each county of this state. See the land of making come to life and what makes this great state great.
This weekend you could be here.
For a free vacation kit, call 1-800-424-7777.
Their big weddings left them broke. Tomorrow's Oprah.
This is an Eyewitness News Brief. Now here's Jim Rosenfield.
Good evening. Tonight at 10, it happens again in Chicago. Children apparently left to fend for themselves. Find out what their mother is telling police about who was supposed to be taking care of them. Also, the tragedy in Iraq hits home in Illinois. You'll hear from the parents of a serviceman who died in the air mishap. And it's a first in Chicago. A building is leveled without the help of a wrecking ball. Plus, word of a move that could trigger a summer airfare war. Hope you'll join Cheryl Burton and me coming up tonight at 10.
Had it so good. Good evening, I'm Cheryl Burton.
And I'm Jim Rosenfield. Tonight, 5 more Chicago children found home alone. Also, 3 people hurt when a truck plows into a store.
And we'll take you to a unique big top wedding. Stay tuned for Eyewitness News.
For 5 generations, they've been America's first family. Today on Channel 7 News at 4, we'll take an inside look at the women behind the Kennedy clan. Then it's a crippling disease that affects more women than you think. We'll show you how to lower your risk of developing arthritis. And after concerns about cancer, a suburban school gets a clean bill of health. But is it enough to cure fears before the first day of school? We'll have the latest. For these stories and more, join us today on Channel 7 News at 4.
Hotel banquets produce mystery illness. This is Linda Yu. Today on Channel 7 News at 4, a series of dinners at a Loop Hotel leaves many people sick, but investigators have a hard time answering why. We'll have the latest. Also at 4, the do's and don'ts of breastfeeding. Today we show you how to make sure your baby is getting the nutrition he needs. And she plays a blonde bombshell on NYPD Blue, but Gail O'Grady's actually a down-to-earth actress from Chicago. See for yourself when you meet her today. Join us for Channel 7 News, first at 4.
Good evening, I'm Diane Burns.
And I'm John Drury. Next on 7, a home invasion turns deadly in a south suburb. A live report coming up. Also, high-rise terror escaping a fire in the northern suburbs.
Plus, improved safety for travelers as O'Hare controllers get a new home. Next.
Chicago remembers Mother Teresa at 10. The Princess Diana crash, what the survivor says, at 10.
Good evening, I'm Diane Burns. Coming up tonight on ABC 7 News at 10, a new turn in the murder of a church caretaker in Chicago. The FBI is getting involved. Then a check when the city plans to get to the side streets in your neighborhood. Plus, a terrorist suspect is caught here. Chuck Gowdy investigates what he was doing here and his links to the Al-Qaeda network. And there is still time to protect yourself from the worst flu season. It's all tonight on ABC 7 News at 10.
Jose Sanders and Judy Sue, weekday mornings from 5 to 7.
This is an ABC 7 News Brief. Now here's John Drury.
Good evening. The FBI joins the murder case of a church caretaker because she was a witness in another case. Then, when the city plows, we'll get to all those side streets. And Jerry says we're in for some more snow. Also, the connections between a man arrested in Chicago and skyjackers on the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center. And the contaminated gasoline that may have showed up at dozens of stations across Chicago. Join Diane Burns and me tonight at 10.
This man. Just what was he doing in Chicago when the World Trade Center was attacked?
I'm Chuck Gowdy, ABC 7 News. Was this man just mixed up with the wrong people, or was he planted in Chicago to carry out Osama bin Laden's next wave of terrorism? The I-Team travels North America, investigating the man and his many ties to the Al-Qaeda network.
Chicago's ties to terrorism on ABC 7 News tonight at 10.
Protection from the worst of the flu season at 10. A check on the city's efforts to clear the side streets at 10. Good evening, I'm Diane Burns.
And I'm John Drury. Next, tonight's goodbye to a murdered church caretaker. ABC 7 News has learned she was a witness in another case. Also digging out before more snow comes, and the return of a winter tradition.
And Chuck Gowdy with the ties to terrorism in Chicago, our special segment tonight. Hello, I'm Judy Sue.
And I'm Jose Sanders. Tomorrow morning, we're live at the Shedd Aquarium eating breakfast with the dolphins.
I'm Tracy Butler. Light snow coming in tonight. I'll tell you how it will affect your forecast.
I'm Roz Barron. I'll keep you updated on the road conditions and travel times.
All this and more tomorrow morning beginning at 5 a.m.
ABC 7 News this morning with Jose Sanders and Judy Sue. Plus, weather and traffic on the 7s every 10 minutes. ABC 7 News this morning. Weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m.
The Will Deal, a safe ride tonight at 10.
The Wheel Deal, a safe ride tonight at 10.
Flooding hits the suburbs, the latest at 10.
ABC 7 News is now streaming live and local 24/7. Watch our new ABC 7 Chicago 24/7 channel now wherever you stream.
Fiesta del Sol is back and you don't want to miss it. Great food, fun, and live entertainment, plus carnival rides for the whole family. Don't miss Fiesta del Sol celebrating 50 years of culture and tradition, July 28th through the 31st in Pilsen.
Start your mornings with this dynamic duo.
Excuse me. That's right. And what did I say backstage?
I don't remember.
Next live, Amanda Seyfried, plus our Foodfluencer face-off.
In the post-show meeting, let's bring it up, all right?
Yes. You bring it up because I've got things to do.
Today at 9 on ABC 7.
On our next show, we're wrapping up our Fall in Love week with tales as old as time. True love stories you don't want to miss. Plus, famous Desperate Housewives duo Terry Hatcher and James Denton are back together again. Next, Tamron Hall.
Today at 1 on ABC 7.
President Biden's battle with COVID, what his COVID diagnosis means for the country, and who else he encountered who might be at risk. Next, Inside Edition.
Today at 3 on ABC 7.
Comfortably.
Next wheel, Kiki shares a mom hack. When the young one won't nap, what do you do?
We watch Wheel of Fortune. She says, we port in. And I think your voice just puts her right out.
If you dig deep enough, there's a compliment in there.
Tonight at 6:30 on ABC 7.
Breaking next, a deadly police shooting in a southwest suburb. We're live.
And new information tonight about new COVID boosters and when they might be available.
And Larry is tracking when storms arrive.
Ever wonder how you could fully optimize your health and learn about potential disease risks such as cancer or heart failure? You can do just that with personalized medicine. At the Mark R. Neiman Center for Personalized Medicine, we believe a patient's health plan isn't complete without accounting for genetic factors. Our team can help you learn more about your options and how genetic testing can help determine your healthcare plan.
Learn more at healthydrivenchicago.com.
Watch meteorologist Greg Dutra on Eyewitness News. Now, with so much on the line, more people turn here. ABC World News Tonight and ABC 7 Eyewitness News with Alan Krzyzewski and Cheryl Burton. ABC 7 Eyewitness News and ABC World News Tonight.
Get Chicago's #1 news and America's #1 news all in one place.
Eyewitness News is now on Hulu.
And so is America's most trusted news.
ABC News Live.
All day, all night. Stream ABC News Live on Hulu.
Watch ABC 7 24/7. Now wherever you stream. Watch ABC 7 24/7. Now wherever you stream.
Watch meteorologist Larry Murray on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Time and Temp brought to you by Advocate Health. Together, let's live well.
Skyrocketing inflation. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles shows us how to beat inflation at any age. Rising housing costs, groceries, gas, and daycare. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or over 50, we have the creative ways to save you money. Next week, starting at 4 p.m. Skyrocketing inflation. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles shows us how to beat inflation at any age. We have the creative ways to save you money. Next week, starting at 4 p.m.
When severe thunderstorms hit, count on Chicago's most accurate radar, so you know how to prepare. Count on live Doppler 7 Max, only on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
So my love and passion for the weather stems from my favorite childhood movie, The Wizard of Oz. I became obsessed with the tornado scene. I became obsessed with tracking storms when I was little. Studied clouds, storms, anything I could, and I actually wrote in my 8th grade yearbook, I plan to become a meteorologist, which is just crazy to me looking back. I wrote that in 8th grade, and here I am, a meteorologist in the best city in the country, Chicago.
Watch meteorologist Cheryl Scott on Eyewitness News.